That's it.
All right. Good morning, my people. You will not believe it again. It happened again this week. Our brother is in Ibadan and we could not connect with him. It has been a struggle, but we are going to move forward. What we plan to do today is to actually call him in on the phone and have him speak through a regular line because the reception is so poor. Like we couldn't get it to go at all. So thank you so much for waiting for us once again. You can see Ekwensu na agba mgba n'efu, but anyị nwere onye ka ya ike. Anyị nwere onye ka ya ike. So we are moving forward with or without devil's permission. We are doing what we need to do. So welcome back again. We missed you guys last weekend. We struggled a lot last weekend and we went ahead and made some preparation in anticipation that all things will go as planned. But no, he tried. He went outside, he went upstairs, he went downstairs, and nothing is working. But that's beside the point because we are who we are. The
Mm.
people from the rising sun will deal with the little that we have and we make it big. So we are going big this morning. So thank you for joining us. My name is Mona Saga, and I am here in Houston, Texas, and I will have my beautiful sisters do the same. Introduce themselves. Sisters, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for everything, for joining us. And today is actually a very, very big day. We are going to hear all the entire gist as we go on. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, Ninas. Today was just, awesome. We can't thank Ninas. Pathway, the approach is so beautiful that you cannot fault it. You
Yes.
understand? It's so beautiful, you cannot fault this approach. So for those that are still on the sidelines thinking that, oh, there's going to be a miracle from somewhere, because this is the miracle, oh, it has landed. All you need to do is to key in. Anyways, I'm sorry for diverting. My name is Dr. Costa Nosike, and I am so excited. Please, you just have to listen to what we have to say today. Thank you.
Of course, it's Nina's for life.
For no part two.
For life. We are moving on. Sister, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, my sisters. Thank you, viewers. We are excited. This is Dr. Ekwi Simon Kube once again, and we appreciate your patience. You waited for us last week, and today you're here with us. We appreciate you. So I'll give us a little word, food for thought before we start. You see, there are two world views, that of a victim and that of a victor. Victims lament every day over what was done to them, while victors think of how to turn around their predicament, maximize it, and make it to work for them. In other words, we squeeze all the lemons thrown at us and turn it into a nice, cool lemonade. That's what victors do.
Hasty.
That's what victors do. So our message this morning specifically is going to the Igbo people, Ndi Igbo, Igbo bi Igbo, the great Igbo nation. It is time to go home. Stop claiming authority over other people's spaces. It is time to look inwards. Let's go home and build a nation for our children, for our grandchildren, for our great-grandchildren, and allow our neighbors to build theirs. Then we can collaborate in a federation or confederation, as we eventually agree. Look at this beautiful poster. Daughters of Truth. We support Igbo nation. We support Ijo nation. All the nations in Lower Niger territory, Lower Niger Federation. Do not allow anybody to lie to you that you are an ethnic group or that you are a tribe. This is the lie that the white man told to reduce us from the kingdom and nation that we are to mere tribes. We are not mere tribes. Go to Europe, United Arab Emirates. These are kingdoms and nations. They came together as great federation. But you will maintain your identity. That's the message of Ninas. The indigenous peoples, the indigenous nationalities, we maintain their identity while they form alliance with their neighbors in whatever formula they want. but you will maintain your identity. The resources coming from your land is what they're using to build the whole world. Why can't you be a nation? Why would they reduce you to a tribe?
Devil is a liar.
The devil is a liar. Let's go, people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sister. They are not even getting it. They think we're here for them to speak English because they went to Harvard, what is that called? Law school and accounting school. They've been using this their degree of for so many years, intimidating us and speaking authoritatively on issues that they don't have any clues about. And we are intimidated. Oh, Dr. Onya is saying this, and he's from the UK, and he's a PhD, and he's all there. We are shaking like jellos. Hey, what I now saw now. At the end of the day, after they speak their English, they will collect their own portion because it's all about their own portion. They will speak their English through the platform and gain total control, and everybody will start worshiping them. Then they will go and meet our internal colonizers and get their own portion and be eaten like Dokubo. As they are destroying everything in our land, they're sending their children to Bodoibo, buying homes, locking it up if they don't need to be there, sending them everywhere, going to graduation parties with a knife, to show they are from indigenous land. Wow, people.
Indigenous person in exile. You are in another person's land. How about your own land? How about your own nation? Look at the nations in Europe. One nation in Europe, our nation is more than 10 of them joined together. And they're reducing it to tribes.
The whole
nonsense.
The whole space. So we are no longer here to listen to people with their so-called degrees that they're using to deceive our people for so long. I for sure I was scared of them because I thought they knew what they were doing. They have, communicated with the white people and they sort of get it, and they'll now use what they know to enhance our people without knowing that all their degrees, all their big names is only to bring my people down and step on their neck like they did George Floyd. While we are asking for oxygen and trying to breathe, they keep pressing and we are struggling. We are sick of all of you, so sick of all of you.
Yeah.
You cannot use your degrees, your so-called degrees to elevate my people. Please go and hide in shame.
Please.
Go and hide in shame. You're using it to make money for your people, for yourself and your family. Go away. You're irrelevant. Don't use your good command of English to come like some known people that we know in Lagos going around. They even use it to marry people 20, 30 years younger than their age and, use them up to create.
Changing women like rapper.
That's what they came to this world to do. They have done it all. And we are sitting there listening. Oh, they can be so poetic with their English words.
Mesmerizing us.
I know. Where I now so I go get there on a bridge, not a Romeo and Juliet, right? Is
yes. Yes, Shakespeare's. Yes. Merchants of Venice. Down, down. And now so you are down. Yes. They resources in our land. And they just want to tribes and ethnic groups. Imagine the insult. Imagine the insult that some people have.
It's Stockholm syndrome for somebody to even think like that. To think that, oh, you are just a tribe. The person's, well, let's continue.
We are here to take back what belongs to us. That's what we're here to do. We are going to ride on the horse that our Chukwu has given to us. Every time the armed robbers that are climbing on it are pretending like it's their own. We are bringing you down and going back on our horses.
You say?
Don't get it twisted, okay? Your English language is not going to save you. Your good command of English, ain't going to do it for you. Whether you have a PhD in chemical engineering or whatever, you can't even use it to produce anything in our land. What you're using it is wearing a bada and going everywhere. You find yourself in Egypt, you're speaking English. You find yourself in Israel.
Some will tell you the history of your forefathers. Do you know that the history of this, I studied in Cambridge and Oxford, English, the history of this one. They know how everything is connected to every tribe. When they finish, they say, Igbo is the tribe. I say, what? The great Igbo nation is a tribe?
My dear, it's good that they're coming out so we can identify their idiocy.
Idiocy, my dear.
Anyway, back to our topic. We have a wonderful guest in the house, our brother Ope. Oh, practice what they have.
Oluwa.
Ope Oluwa George Akinola. So he was at the parade today. He's going to give us all the details. We cannot wait to have him come on board. Like we said earlier, he was having connection issues, so we are going to actually call him on the phone because he just couldn't work. So we have to come on board and carry on this talk as we usually do. So again, our topic today is transitioning to freedom, the Yoruba nation's perspective. So we all know that we have been held captive for long, and we yearning for freedom for so many years now. I for sure have never seen anything good in that land called Nigeria. I have never witnessed one. All I hear is about horror stories. I know about people that brought their retirement thinking that they can take money from 401k and invest it and bring it back without penalty, only to find out that the swallowing animal in that kingdom or in that nation, in that contraption, swallowed their retirement. Now they're owing the 401k people, because if you're not 65, you cannot draw from it. So if you can actually borrow money from it. So they did, and now they are in a dire situation because they were trying to help one person or the other out. It's all kinds of horror stories that we've been hearing all along. So a time comes when people take back their freedom and sovereignty without asking. We are sick of it, like Urulani here. We are so sick of it because it is our right. It's our human right to do so. In a civilized world, even animals, I know for sure here, my neighbor, next door neighbor, they don't have any children. They have animals. They are both retired. Actually, yeah, they have a dog and a cat. They take this dog to go have surgery for $15,000. You can't even imagine. I don't even want to go there, because coming from Africa, like I always tell them, I will kill your dog and give the money to my people. No offense. And they will all run from me. They think I'm an animal killer or whatever. I'm like, no. There are people, human beings, that are being killed because they don't have. And you're spending $15,000 on a dog. And this is how small it is. So even animals, they have freedom of expression and life of decency. How much more our people? Therefore, the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, called NINAS, they believe that every Nigerian at this point in time deserves to live a life of decency. We are not asking anymore. It's sad. It is sad. For years, the political parties in Nigeria and their members are only the beneficiaries of the so-called winner take it all election. Their children are hiding all over the countries, everywhere. That because May is coming next month now. Go on the Facebook, you will see them taking pictures of graduation with their children that they have used our money to train. They leave us in abject poverty, scrambling for leftovers. They can't even, there's not even crumbs anymore. They will now march on the crumbs so that you can pick it up. We are tired of it. It is no longer manageable. So a constitutional force majeure, as our brothers went 21 years ago and started working on this, was declared in December 16 of 2020, causing a sovereignty dispute in that country called Nigeria contraption, because they understood that we are all going to die if nothing is done. So we gave them 90 days. And then that 90 days ended on March 17th, right? Yeah, March 17th of 2020. They gave the so-called government a 30-day window, an invitation to all political parties in the southern and the middle belt part of the country for consultation in order to avoid anarchy and impending doom. We see it coming. There's unknown spirits here, unknown shooting people, I don't know what they call them, unknown everything coming from all over, because of so many ungoverned spaces. Because when you have ungoverned spaces, you create terrorism. That's what you're doing there. There's no government there to make sure things are done right. So today, like I said, you're going to meet our special guest, architect Ope Oluwa George Akinoya. He's a fellow of Nigerian Institute of Architects. He's also the Secretary General of Ileana Omo Oduwa, which is an arm of Ninas in Yoruba land. A lot of people have been so confused about what we're doing. They will say, they will see us do things, they will run around and go get some people that speak. Augusta, you need to show me how to speak Yoruba so I can be doing things for Ninas. So they will go and get some people that speak Yoruba and say they are working with Yoruba Nation. Whereas we have an audio everywhere that they said, anytime you see me dealing with a Yoruba, shoot me. I don't know what people are waiting for. He asked for this, that anytime you see him trying to work with a Yoruba person, he should no longer be here, but he's still here talking. So Mr. Kinlawyer is going to give us a wonderful views of the Yoruba Nation's robust perspective on transitioning to freedom. He will also speak on the Yoruba Nation's role in Ninas. He will tell us about their preparedness to embrace freedom in its entirety through their inherent abilities and capabilities, their plan for recalcitrant Yoruba spiritual, political, traditional leaders, and finally, how their respect for Yoruba identity and culture help them to achieve elders and youth collaboration. We can see them today at the rally where they were. You can see the young ones. I saw this young boy, he's skinny like a habit. He was standing there like a royal army while one of our brothers was speaking, as if he can say, if you come near him, I myself will give my life. What a wonderful sight to see, that our people are saying enough of this. We are willing to give it all for the freedom of the future generation. So to start off, I am going to play a video to introduce this our wonderful guest. He was at the rally today. The goal actually was to show you guys some of those videos, but that's okay. We will see what we can do today. The connectivity issue was a biggie. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the video. He was in the Freedom Park proclamation that was done, for us to see that this brother has been an integral part of this freedom fighting. He has been there from day one. You know, they play. Cha, cha, cha. You know, they play. He speaks his mind. He's not afraid. We say, where are the men in our land? We found one today. His name is George Opeluwa. The man of the hour. We honor you.
Of southern and middle belt territories of Nigeria, proposing the deferment of the 2019 elections and the immediate undertaking of the reconfiguration of the damaged constitutional foundations of Nigeria. And it is presented at the World Press Conference on the 11th day of December 2018 in Lagos. And it is titled, The Distressed Federation of Nigeria, the repudiated 1999 Constitution, and the immediate imperative of a people's tantamount to a perilous electoral voyage. Again, the title, The Distressed Federation of Nigeria, the repudiated 1999 Constitution, and the imperative of a people's tantamount to a perilous electoral voyage. I will start with the protocols. Having watched in absolute horror, like trapped passengers aboard a rudderless ship of the Nigerian state sailing into deeper troubled waters by way of plunging heedlessly into further national elections in 2019 under the thoroughly disputed 1999 Constitution, we, the undersigned, on behalf of the regional self-determination initiatives across the southern and middle belt territories of Nigeria, cooperating under the aegis of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, hereinafter called the Alliance, wish to proceed as follows. Number one, that the history of the colonial beginnings of Nigeria as a British business enterprise is too well known to bear any further repetition, and so it would suffice to remind us that Nigeria was not the consensual project of its constituent component nationalities, and that 4 decades into the Lugadian experiment of 1914, the regional leaders of the forcefully amalgamated territories had no faith whatsoever in the artificial political union into which their peoples had been locked by the British. And so, while Alhaji Ahmadu Bello, as Premier of the Northern Region, lamented the British imposed union as the mistake of 1914, Chief Obafemi Awolowo had dismissed Nigeria as a mere geographical expression. Number two, recently declassified secret colonial records now affirm and confirm the heavy manipulations by the British to create a lopsided union in which what was packaged as independence in 1960 was, for the southern and middle belt Nigeria, merely a transition from external British colonialism to internal caliphate colonialism, manifesting Nigeria progressively as a British/caliphate joint business venture.
Of course.
Holding the south and middle belt territories and peoples in servitude. On this note, it is instructed to record the December 1913 description by the then Secretary for the Colonies, Lord Harcourt, of the impending January 1st, 1914 illicit annexation of southern Nigeria to northern Nigeria as the British married off the southern lady of means to the poor but well-conducted Nigerian northern youth, and to point out that it was the celebration of this grand bequest that Ahmadu Bello had declared to his lieutenants in the very week of Nigeria's independence.
Awesome. So these are the men of our land speaking. And not to be making noise and not bringing results. We're talking about result-oriented actions. All right, my people, do not forget to share. I don't like to say share.
Yes.
Into my mouth. So share. So we have our guest on the line. I'm going to have Sister Augusta continue because that's where the questions will start so that he cannot miss out on anything at all. So Mr. Ope Olua, welcome. Welcome, Sister Augusta. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Sister Augusta, go ahead. You are so welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Okpelua. Thank you so much. We saw all you did today, and with time we are going to explain further how it all went down. Today is our day. So first of all, the video that showed just a short while ago was the Freedom Pact proclamation that happened in 2018 when all the Alliance territory came together and decided to form NINAS. Then this happened, I think, December 11th, 2018. And you were sitting so close to Barrister Tony, because some people all the time, they always wonder what is Tony doing around you all. But they don't know that he's actually the brainchild of the entire thing. The ideas and everything. He's a lawyer, is articulate and all that. So now my question is, you have a relationship with him and you have been working with him for a very long time, Now, does this mean that the self-determination of the Yorubas is an offshoot of the Ninas that we see now?
No. You remember the OPC days?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the Old People's Congress days?
Yes, OPC. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, the real agitation for Yoruba self-determination was really started after Abiola's mandate of June 12 was announced.
Correct.
And people were like, it was a shocker for us that why would our son win the presidency and then you deny him? Whereas you were able to deny Obafemi Awolowo when via election. So, telling us that he did not win an election, he clearly won twice. But now this one, he won it, and then you denied him, from exercising his mandate. That was MQ Abiola. So that was when the wool dropped from our eyes. and we discovered that Nigeria is not for all of us. That Nigeria is for a select few call themselves Fulani. So we decided then, around 1996, 97, to form various Yoruba self-determination groups whose mandate was that we wanted to go all out on our own, in our own nation. So around that time, really, or let me say around 2 years, it could be around 2005, when we started having some romance with Ponaco, and Tony Nadi was a member along with some of our people, and by the time we started doing our declaration in 2014, 2015, it was clear, because I was then the spokesperson of Ulicom. It was clear that, the Yoruba want to go out on their own. And people started, when we came out with that bold statement that too late for restructuring, too late for resource control, too late for national conference, that what we want is to do in public. The whole world took notice and paid attention. That was when, like Tony Nadi started speaking to it is us again, and then we started to have the team again, trying to see how we can help ourselves, to get out of this black content here. So that one culminated in the formation of NINAS in 2018, where you saw me reading that address. So Tony has been a long-time friend of the house. We've been friends, colleagues, and community names for a long time. Wow.
So your connection with Nina started in 2018. Is that what you're saying?
We formed NINAS together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they saw that it's
people from the southeast, from the south, we all met in Lagos, from the Middle Belt, and from our own Oduduwa region. We all met together and formed we coined the name and proclaimed it. And that was the Freedom Park Declaration that I read.
So they realized that they could not do this self-determination alone as a region. So that alliance will work better. So you see what we are telling our people, that you cannot be stubborn, holding on to one particular thing that, oh, it must be this, it must be that. Look for what works. Forming alliance, intra-regional alliance, inter-regional alliance, and international imperative we're talking about. You move as you watch things go, as you see things are going, you find out that you will be better if you form alliance with your neighbors. So we're telling our people how the Yoruba nations are so successful. You're seeing what they're doing. They're looking for what works, they move with it and form the alliance and they move. Thank you so much, Mr. Balowa. Sister Augusta, I'll leave you to continue, please.
Yeah, that is awesome, Sister Ekwe.
Everyone, George Akinola. Akinola is your surname.
Akiola, sorry, sir. We are so sorry if we destroy your name today. Just know that it's not intentional. Mr. Akiola, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mr. Akiola, you're covered. Don't worry.
Augusta will help us. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, you're covered. Sister Muna, you want to play the second video?
But I did try once more.
What?
Yes, sir. We're going to do a small, yes.
But I did small.
No, go say who.
Please share. Our viewers, help us share, like and share, because other people need to come and hear what our brother is saying, so that we know how they did it and we learn from them. That's humility. If what you're doing is not working, you learn from your neighbor. See the success they're getting, instead of playing victim all the time. I'll stop when you.
Sister Mona, the second video.
Yes, she's trying to get it. So okay. you go for what works. Crying all the time, crying woe. Oh, we're a victim. See what they did to me. They're killing. Oh, see me picture. They broke my head. Oh, they cut out my head. No, that's not the way forward. You're a victim.
That doesn't even work. That idea doesn't even work. As far as the people you are crying onto are concerned, I mean, they want to sell their guns and know what's not.
Exactly.
So they don't even care what happens to you. Sorry, the second video.
Too late for restructuring. Yoruba self-determination now, our fatherland, our blood. This address is delivered on Thursday, July 27th, by the Yoruba Liberation Command, Yolicom, at the World Press Conference held at International Press Center, IPC, Oba, Lagos State. Gentlemen and ladies of the fourth estate of the realm, we are glad to welcome you to this conference. On behalf of Yoruba Liberation Command, Yolicom, we are compelled by the prevailing political circumstances to take a stand on the state of Nigeria as affects the future of over 50 million Yoruba people spread across the world. You will recall that since 2014, when Nigeria was amalgamated at gunpoint, the country has been thrown into one turmoil or the other. For over a century, Nigeria has failed to meet the international benchmark of socio-political and economic development. The only references to Nigeria's grandeur were the striking achievements of the then three regions of West, East, and the North. Since the collapse of federalism and the three tiers founded to a large extent on the civilization and values of ethnic confederation in the country, Nigeria has remained in the tunnel of misery, pangs, and pains, including the fact that the country was plunged into an unavoidable civil war that took no fewer than 1 million lives. Since the end of the war, millions of Nigerians, as individuals and collectively as a society, have continued to wage and fight wars of survival, characterized by extreme hunger and lack of the essentials of life, like housing, good water, shelter, electricity, health, and drinking water. It has been most traumatic for the Yoruba nation, which between 1953 and 1966 raised one of the most advanced political economies in Africa and in the entire Black world, pairing on the same level with many countries in Europe by the standard of the time. The Yoruba educational, cultural, political institutions were not only some of the best in Africa, the then Western region gave hope to the entire Black world with the highest human development index in Africa by the rating of the UNDP. The destruction of regional system of government has turned Nigeria into a unitary state, dotted by a savage culture of corruption, ineptitude, inefficiency, moral degradation, death, violent crimes, and now violent religious extremism.
Oh, wow.
The so-called democracy is nothing but the imposition of individual will through an orchestrated mass corruption, where the poverty of the voters are exploited for electoral gains by politicians seeking political offices. Democracy is about the interests of the few elected people and their cronies. Democracy is now government of the party, for the party leaders, and by the party members. Since 2014, the recurring question has been, should Nigeria remain one or not? Should the budget of energies free and liberate themselves from the shackles of misery, the fetters of iron, and the muddiness of agony, or should they remain in eternal servitude? The question has come up again in the past few months with various groups making demands. You will agree with us that the self-determination groups in the Yoruba nation are the engine of our history today. We have the largest population with which all the members of the main political parties in Yoruba land combined together cannot equal. Our members are not in these movements for personal gains like we have in the political parties. Our members are in these organizations to make sacrifices and if necessary lay down their lives for the Yoruba nation. We wish to announce to this important gathering that we in Yolicom, representing some of the finest leaders of self-determination groups from across the Yoruba nation, have weighed the options extensively. For the past 3 months, we have been consulting with all the Yoruba self-determination groups, meeting poor and malnourished Yoruba people, talking to our people in the villages, towns, and on the hills and mountains in the rural communities of the Yoruba nation. In the light of the foregoing, and in response to the occurrences of Nigeria of the past few months, including but not limited to the releases, utterances, and comments of certain groups representing the donation in Nigeria, IPOB, meaning the indigenous people of Biafra, Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, MASOB, among others, to the effect that they desire to leave Nigeria and cease to be called Nigerian. And certain groups representing the Arewa, people of northern Nigeria, to the effect that the people should vacate the territory of northern Nigeria before October 1st,